Hi, Dyslexic Genius here. I'm back on the Edison Opera and we have it in the cabinet now, and I'm going to show you how to oil the opera. I never use the oiling tubes. I'll tell you that right up front. So what we do first here is we have to oil the governors at both ends and the governor felts. So what you do is just turn it on. We'll just drop a drop there, and that'll run all the way across the top. And we'll come down here like that. A drop. Then we will put some in here, like that. We'll put some in here, and a little bit in here. And because this is tight right here, and this part kind of moves a little, we're just going to put one little drop there and one little drop there. We'll slide the carriage forward, and we will do a couple of drops, and then we will do a couple of drops. Then you bring this back, and then you just kind of lift up on the carriage. There we go. And then we'll come back over here. We'll do a couple of drops. So now the carriage is running smoothly. Now what we will do is we will do the lead screw bearing. And the lead screw bearing is down in here. So we're going to need our extended oil piece. Watch the greasy tip. And we're going to come in right there. One drop there. Then we'll move the carriage back. And then there's one under the carriage right there. And then we turn it on. And while it's running like this, then we'll use super lube, and we'll just put a little bit of super lube right here. And that's all it takes to oil the top end of your opera. Now we're going to do the bottom end. We lift it up, take the crank out. You can't do this without the crank out. You're going to take this up, and it'll lock in place. Now we're going to use the long spout piece. And you have a bearing here. So I turn them on when I oil them. So I'm going to put a little drop there. I'm going to put a little drop here on the bearing. And then while it's turning, I'm going to come in between this spring barrel right here. And I'm going to put a little drop in there and then on this bearing back here. And then because we did STP on the winding crank mechanism, you're good, but I would put one little drop on both ends here, just to be safe, and then one down in here, right there. That's enough. And that's really all there is to oiling it. On assembly, I used the green grease and graphite on this gear here, and on this drive gear here. On this brass gear, I ran STP on it. You rarely have to oil that. If you look at it and it's not running the STP, this one is doing really well. That's fine. I'm going to leave the governor drive gear, the brand new one, in because that's made of oil-like bronze. And probably down the road in about a year you're playing it, the gear's going to run in, then you'll come in and give it a little super lube oil. But that's all there is to oiling your opera. And then you just put the covers back on. We have two screws here, and we have a screw over here on this casting, and you're good to go. We'll put the reproducer back in. And that's it. That's my tip for the day.